Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're following the Cowboys this season, you know that every move, every roster adjustment, it all has the potential to tip the scales in this fiercely competitive NFC East. And trust me, the latest signing is no small thing. The Dallas Cowboys, always looking to reinforce their roster, especially on defense, have just added a new piece to their puzzle, a player with a story. A player who's been around the league and who could bring a new dimension to their secondary. That player is cornerback Cory Ballentine, a name many fans might remember from his time with the Green Bay Packers, but who is now officially part of the Cowboys family. And this move, happening just ahead of their big Week 4 clash, has some serious implications for how this season might unfold. Let us rewind a little and look at Ballentine's journey. He is a player who has been through quite a bit in his career, and it is fascinating to see how he has navigated the ups and downs of the NFL landscape. Ballentine played 37 games with the Packers from 2022 to 2024, stepping into the league with a story that is almost Hollywood-worthy. Coming out of college, he made a splash as a promising cornerback, but his path to NFL stardom wasn't straightforward. Injuries, roster cuts, and team changes marked his early years, but he has always shown resilience. In Green Bay, he played in a variety of roles, including 7 starts on defense, which shows that when called upon, he can step up and deliver. But what is really interesting about Ballentine is his recent movement. After the 2024 season, he signed with the Indianapolis Colts, only to be released in early August, which is a common story in the league, teams constantly adjusting their rosters. Then he re-signed with Green Bay for the preseason, trying to make a case for himself. Unfortunately, during Green Bay's final cuts on August 27th, he was let go. The very next day, he signed with the Patriots practice squad. Now, here is where it gets intriguing. Many analysts and fans believed that Ballentine was going to make the Packers' 53-man roster this year. But in the end, that final spot went to Camel Haddon, who played just a handful of special teams snaps before being a healthy scratch in Week 3. Ballentine's talent and experience had many thinking he'd be a lock for a roster spot, which shows how close he has been to making it. And just when it looked like he might finally settle into a stable spot with the Patriots, things shifted again. He played in Week 1 as a practice squad elevation, but was released from New England's practice squad this week. Now, here is the kicker. Dallas has swooped in, signing him to their practice squad. This is a strategic move for the Cowboys, who need depth in their secondary, especially with injuries and the constant battle for defensive consistency. And while fans might wonder what he brings to the table, the truth is, Ballentine's versatility and experience could be exactly what Dallas needs to bolster their defense as they push towards the playoffs. Now let us talk about what this means for the Cowboys secondary. This isn't just a depth signing, it is a statement. Dallas has invested heavily in their defense over recent seasons, aiming to build a unit that can shut down even the most explosive offenses in the league. Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and the rest of the front 7 have been doing their part, but the secondary is always a work in progress. Having a player like Ballentine, who has been tested in multiple schemes and situations, adds not only depth, but also experience and a different look for the coaching staff to work with. It is worth noting that the Cowboys have a history of finding diamonds in the rough, players who might not have been highly drafted or were considered marginal, but who turn into vital components of their championship runs. Think of guys like Tony Pollard, who has become a star, or the late-round picks who step up in critical moments. Ballentine, with his resilience and versatility, fits that mold perfectly. Plus, his familiarity with the NFL game and the fact that he has played under different schemes means he can adapt quickly and contribute immediately if called upon. Looking at the season so far, Dallas's defense has had its moments, but also some vulnerabilities, especially in the secondary. Week 1 against the Giants was a tough game, with some lapses in coverage, but they bounced back impressively in Week 2 and Week 3, showing resilience and growth. The addition of a player like Ballentine could be a game-changer, particularly as the schedule tightens and teams start to prepare more meticulously for Dallas's potent offense, led by Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys' offensive unit has been firing on all cylinders, And now, with this defensive reinforcement, they're aiming to be a complete team that can compete at the highest level. And speaking of the offense, it's worth mentioning that the Cowboys' offensive line has been solid, giving Prescott enough time to make plays, and the running game, led by Tony Pollard, has been a force. But football is ultimately a game of matchups, and defense wins championships. With the NFL becoming more competitive each year, having a resilient, adaptable secondary is crucial. Ballentine's addition could provide that extra layer of security, especially in critical late-game situations or against dynamic offenses on the horizon. Now, fans are probably asking themselves, what should we expect from Ballentine in the coming weeks? Well, given his experience, he might not be a starter immediately, but don't be surprised if he gets opportunities to contribute on special teams and in situational packages. The Cowboys' coaching staff is known for their strategic use of versatile players, and Ballentine's ability to cover, tackle, and understand different defensive concepts makes him a valuable asset in the rotation. Another aspect to consider is how this move fits into the bigger picture of the Cowboys' season. With the NFC East as competitive as ever, every division game, every play counts even more. Teams like the Eagles and Giants are no joke, and Dallas will need all hands on deck to maintain their dominance. The signing of Ballentine could be the quiet but crucial move that helps them in close games, especially as injuries and fatigue set in deeper into the season. And let us not forget, the NFL is a league where players often find new life with different teams. Sometimes a change of scenery sparks a career revival. It has happened before, and it could very well happen again with Ballentine. He has got the talent, the experience, and the motivation to prove himself all over again. The Cowboys have a history of spotting potential and turning it into gold, and this signing is no different. It is about adding depth, competition, and a player who knows what it takes to succeed in the league. So, as we gear up for this crucial stretch of the season, keep an eye on Cory Ballentine. His story isn't over, and his journey with the Cowboys might just be beginning. It is a move that could pay dividends when least expected, especially in high-stakes moments. And for us, fans of the Cowboys, it is exciting to see the team making strategic moves, building a roster that is hungry and ready to chase another Super Bowl. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. Now, as we look ahead, the upcoming game on Sunday Night Football against the Packers is shaping up to be more than just a game. It is a chance for Dallas to showcase their new depth, to test how their defensive schemes hold up against Green Bay's offense, and to see how players like Ballentine fit into the puzzle. It is also a chance for fans to rally behind their team, to get excited about the potential changes, and to believe that this squad, with all its talent and strategic moves, has what it takes to make noise in January. And I know many of you are already imagining the playoff scenarios, the potential matchups, and how this new addition might influence the ultimate goal, a Super Bowl. The NFC is loaded, that's no secret. The Eagles are formidable, the 49ers are a powerhouse, and teams like Detroit and Seattle are also lurking as dark horses. But Dallas has the talent, the coaching, and now with this fresh infusion of energy and experience, perhaps just a bit more edge to push them over the top. The journey is far from over, and every game, every roster move, every play, it all adds up. For Dallas fans, it is about staying hopeful, staying engaged, and trusting the process. This season promises excitement, drama, and plenty of surprises. And let us be honest, isn't that what we love about football? The unpredictability, the passion, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. So to wrap it up, the signing of Cory Ballentine might seem like a small move in the grand scheme of things. But in football, it is often the little things that make the biggest difference. It is about building a team that is ready to fight every inch of the way, that is hungry for success, and that believes in the dream of bringing another Lombardi trophy back to Dallas. The season is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling in recent memory, and this move only adds fuel to the fire. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on this signing? Do you think Ballentine can be a difference maker? How do you see him fitting into the team's plans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news on your favorite team. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and let us keep supporting our Dallas Cowboys through thick and thin. Because when it comes to football, it is all about the passion, the heart, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Thanks for being here, and as always, go Cowboys.